We can do that. Let's talk about it and work at it at the halt, right? It's the easiest gait to work on stuff, the halt, right? It's so easy to work on stuff at the halt. So, the Chihulies, right? Right under here. When they open, it gets the pectoral muscles out of the way. It gets the deltoids and the trapezius muscles soften, right? And opening here, and when you think about it two ways, opening here allows for this free rotation in the upper arm and the humerus bone. But sometimes you can get the Chihulies to open by putting that rotation in, right? It's like which came first, chicken or the egg?
Okay, so
to rotate the humerus bone, it's the teres major muscle and the latissimus dorsi.
okay.
Now, why this is important, the lats, the latissimus dorsi, the lat, attaches to the humerus bone through the armpit, up under here, and then it attaches at the middle of the back down to the lumbar spine, right? So you get this attachment from the upper body all the way down here to your seat. Where if you use the deltoids or the pecs or the trapezius muscle, especially the trapezius muscle, it attaches at the base of your skull down to about the middle of your back. So any force that's here in the arm, when the trapezius is the dominant muscle group, the trapezius and the deltoids, it's like, in the book I have a picture, it's like tying a rope on the top of a tree. I could easily pull it forward, right? Bend it. When you rotate the humerus bone, and that rotation's in there, that force is transferred through the bone down lower into the back. Does that make sense? I mean, not that you have to feel it, but...
Well, I understand how, one thing affects everything else.
Gotcha. So that's perfect. So
Okay.
this is the movement. Let's just look at the rough movement of it. Right? You guys, we learn to follow the horse's mouth with the hands, right? Most folks, right? Moving with the mouth. But how we do that is we straighten the elbow and bend the elbow. Straighten the elbow and bend the elbow. That's the movement. We just let our hands go forward while we do it. With absolutely no rotation in the shoulder joint. It's just a swing, right? So, to start to engage the humerus bone, you're going to try and rotate in as your hands go forward and out as they come back.
Okay.
In when they go forward.
To use my underarm muscle or my scapula?
Yep. Think moving from the armpit.
Oh, okay.
But you don't want and this is the thing in the beginning. The elbow's going to come out in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? Just like you can't do this, we want to be able to do this. Right? Develop that ability to roll the humerus bone independently of the hand. So that then when we roll it here, the elbow doesn't have to come out and the hand doesn't have to turn over. But in the beginning, like for today, it's fine if your elbow comes out and your hand rolls over a little bit. I'll take it because I'd rather see this happening and that rotation than this holding still, which it doesn't, and no rotation there. Yeah? So, is that at the walk, follow the mouth, but rotate in, forward, in and forward. I'll refresh your memory. Hey, you like that, don't you? Yeah, it's not so bad now. In the exercise we did yesterday where we reached up and we brought the shoulder to the ear, that rotation is this rotation.
Okay.
And it's interesting, you can roll your humerus bone in, and my arm keeps contact right here with my rib cage. It doesn't, it's just like a little, I feel it right here as my hand comes forward. Now most of us will start to try to do the movement from the wrist and the hand because we're dominant here. We do everything from here, right? we adjust the tongue and the bit and the rein and the neck from here, but that's not our center. All right, we want to, so that exercise we did in that rotation is it. Now, if you're reaching for a teacup or something on a top shelf in your kitchen, you can reach up, roll, keeping the elbow in, which is rolling the humerus bone this way. And then if you have to reach higher, you roll it out and grab it and bring it down like this, rather than going like that. We go like this. So there's all kinds of practical application. Yeah, elbow inside the shoulder through the whole thing. Here, the elbow's actually inside the shoulder, right? Which is fantastic. The problem with using the rein even subtly the wrong way is that, see how my elbow comes outside my shoulder? So here my elbow's inside my shoulder, bump, bump, bump. All of a sudden it's outside my shoulder, and this blocks me in this part of my spine.
Yeah.
Right? Elbow outside blocks me right here.
Standing up.
Yeah. So you did great with this. That's really good.
Okay, let me do it without moving my hands.
There you go. There you go. Now remember, in the saddle, the hands get to move. They get to go
Okay, they do,
forward,
and then you move
forward,
at the same time.
forward. So extended trot is more rotation, more rotation, more rotation, right? Instead of
Yeah.
just straining. So there's many applications to that
You
rotation.
said something about air under the armpits.
Oh, empty armpit.
Empty
Or like
armpits.
there's an egg. Imagine there's a chicken egg,
Okay,
right? One of these days I'm going to bring
an egg.
10 dozen eggs, yeah. And we'll put eggs in your armpits. And I'll say, don't squish them, but don't drop them. They're my breakfast, right? So the idea is that the armpit is empty as you're in the movement. So it's just sometimes a nice visual, right?
Okay.
So that we don't get so detailed, like, okay, I'm going to rotate my teres major as soon as I figure out what that is. And I'm going to, I'm going to connect down at my back, just empty armpit. Because if you feel this movement, your armpit's not squeezing shut, right?
No.
Yeah, so it's really good. Okay, let's try that a little bit more at the walk. Okay, I'll take it.
Thank you.
Good, Pauline. It is happening. I am sure. And this is one of the things that we'll see in hindsight, is that when you're rotating your humerus bone to put your hands forward, your elbow rarely comes back behind your center, right? When you're moving to follow the horse's mouth by bending the elbow constantly comes behind the center line. When you rotate it, everything usually stays center and forward rather than behind. Now you get it. Good. Yeah, and you can do it because I see it. That's fantastic. Isn't that interesting that you're rolling the heck out of your humerus bone, but you don't feel like your hands are moving very much? Yeah. So in the principles, there's a Tai Chi principle or an awareness that say, we want to achieve stillness in motion. Your hands are still because your humerus bones are rolling. And your hands are really moving a lot. They're just moving in perfect rhythm with the rest of the horse and your body. So they appear to be still. And